when they talk about like being high on life,
you're glowing right
I feel like I'm like maybe levitating right now.
Just like for me, like kind of a dream lineup.
Yeah. The most, bands and people, crew and everything that we're friends with of any festival we've ever played.
This festival is put together super well, like super
really
impressed with how it's laid out.
I'm just really excited about not only the lineup and being here and getting to watch bands, but just the fact that something like this exists.
We've all waited for this event for a very, very long time. This has got to feel pretty cool to finally be here, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It is
Just
cool.
got done watching Armor for Sleep, and I'm very happy.
That's a good start to the day right there.
We're also sitting directly across from Jimmy Eat World, and Jim looks fantastic, so this is a fanboy moment right now.
There we go.
Like a college professor. He's got like a very scholarly look, and I like it.
He's rocking a little tweed today. He's rocking a little tweed as only
great.
Jim can. It works very well. But no, it's got to be nice as well because, like, I mean, heroes are yours for sure, but also so many of your peers, so many friends on this lineup. It feels like a really, really good vibe today, right?
Yes, it does. We know. Have you run into a bunch of people so far that you know? No?
Give it time. That's coming.
Yeah.
That's definitely coming.
We lurk in the shadows. At least some of us do quite a bit. So I'm one of the shadow lurkers. So if I've seen a bunch of people already, then yeah, it's a lot of friends, a lot of people that are here just to hang out. So it's great.
And also one of the few UK acts here on the bill. You're representing, man. That's really, really nice.
Yeah. I think we're only one of like.
I think one of three.
Three. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's show them how we do it in the UK.
I mean, we talked about this before, though, didn't we? It's been nice seeing the UK scene building more and more and more, and to be invited out to an event like this, that's a real mark of honor right there, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Especially like because there's so many like legendary bands on this. To sort of be considered amongst them, or to be considered, the ones coming up behind them. It's cool. I think just like getting on this festival seems to be like a little cosign in itself. So already announced next year too. So it's good to see that there is a strong alternative festival kind of bedding itself in the US. It's good.
Very, very exciting. You must be so excited to finally be here.
Finally, it's going, and it's it's surreal. Like just walking around, seeing people you haven't seen in I don't know how many years. Just lucky to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's a well-oiled machine out here.
It really
looks
is.
amazing. They got AstroTurf everywhere, which is dope. So excited to play.
It's working well. It does remind me a little bit of Warped Tour days in this, on a bigger scale, obviously, but like it feels like it's got some of that familiar vibe to it.
Even in the backstage, like I said, you're walking to the catering tent and you're seeing people that.
So nice.
Like, hey, I haven't seen you in 6 years. How you doing?
Family reunion, man.
Yeah.
Family reunion.
It's good to know that it's here and it's happening, and you can see the thousands and thousands of people out here, and lots of friends and lots of influences and bands we look up to. It's going to be a great day.
We've just been walking around because the festival kind of just started. We walk around and already you hear all the classic, all the hits. This festival is put together super well, like super impressed with how it's laid out.
Yeah, same.
I'm so excited to be part of this.
Stoked for it.
It's a little unbelievable,
Yeah.
So it's good to see some of these old friends we haven't seen. Dudes from Neck Deep, I haven't seen them in 5 years, man. So it's cool to see them, see other friends we haven't seen in a long time, and just ready to throw some back and go watch some bands,
I'm really excited about this because, I'm 31. I'm significantly younger than most of my peer group and older than the next generation of people that are coming up.
That's so true.
So I'm in this kind of weird
midpoint,
zone where the bands that I was listening to primarily predate kind of the generation of bands that I was in, but I'm in this kind of in-between era. So it's fun for me to be able to look at bands like Jimmy Eat World and Alkaline Trio and be so excited about seeing what are my favorite bands, but also to exist in this era where we're kind of, I guess what you might call like the 2010s era of bands. And then to see, like kids like Little Huddy or whatever walking in, to see the different generations is a lot of fun for me. So, I'm just really excited about not only the lineup and being here and getting to watch bands, but just the fact that something like this exists.
I don't know how much you've seen that's been going on outside, but this crowd are ready for it. They are up for the show, man.
I've seen a few sets. I caught Starting Line and Census Fail earlier. Just like for me, like kind of a dream lineup.
Yeah.
Because that's the stuff that I grew up on. The punk from late '90s, early 2000s is such a big influence on us. So it's awesome to be on the same show.
Well, it's just nice, isn't it, as well, that, like, you know, this is an event that's been so anticipated for so long, and that lineup is so ridiculous. It really just must be a pleasure to even be a part of it in any way, right? It's amazing to finally be here and finally see it happen.
Absolutely, you know, a Warped Tour is what we grew up going to, what we eventually were lucky enough to play, and this feels like totally a product of that world, and it's great. I like Vegas. I like being in Vegas for the weekend.
It's cool, man, though, that this is like, you know, it's a really, really, really incredible lineup. There's a lot of, like, you know, right before writing the self-titled record that we put out, like, a lot of these records were really, really influential when I was in high school, and it's cool to be on the same bill as these bands and some new faces as well, and it's cool, you know, like I was talking about this interview over here that, like, I think this type of music was the last time that music dictated culture and lifestyle instead of the lifestyle and culture dictating music.
That's an interesting take. Yeah, I can see.
I think it was the last time.
Yeah.
And I think it was because of not only like the rise of but the rise of streaming. You could piecemeal playlists and whatever, and this was so important, not just because people liked the songs, but because people liked, you know, the lifestyle.
Just got done playing. I feel great.
How'd that one go? That crowd looks outrageous today.
It was crazy. From the moment I think like the festival opened, this bitch was packed as fuck. It was crazy. Everyone was just so excited to be here. So I'm really glad that I got to come out and have fun. It was more fun than I've had in a long time.
That's really nice to hear because it's, I mean, obviously it's been talked about to death at this point, but it's such a stacked lineup. It feels like a real kind of moment for everybody. Everyone, as you just said, is so excited. It's got to be nice now that it's finally here to be a part of a big event like this, right?
Yeah, this was like the first. It's like the lineup for like that really matters for myself. You know what I mean? I've gotten to do a lot of amazing things with a lot of amazing people giving me great opportunities, but this was kind of my first of like them being like, yo, Jaden, come out here. Playing Black Stage was like fucking fantastic. So it was great, dude.
It's when we got the call, we really didn't see the lineup. We're just like, oh yeah, because we don't really play many shows in Vegas at all. And so we're like, yeah, it's been a minute. And then when I saw the lineup, and I freaked the fuck out. Oh my God, I actually get to like go see My Chemical Romance tonight, Paramore. I'm so excited. And thank God we're not in the same slot times because that would have been just fucking horrible.
It'd be so heartbreaking. Yeah, like we say, you got the advantage as well, hometown show effectively here, right?
Yeah.
So like, how's that been? Is there a lot of kind of friends and family kicking about, or what are we doing?
It's
not really. I think we left so early in our youth. It's just kind of like we're like citizens of the world at this point.
It feels good being a part of this. You know, we know all these bands, we know all the crew.
Yeah.
We've toured with most of these bands, so yeah, it's like a Warped Tour on crack.
Yeah, it is. That's a very good way of describing it right there. Really,
it's insane. Yeah, we've known about it for over a year now, and and then yesterday gets canceled. It's just been madness, but we're just super stoked to be here, and it's crazy. We already got to play today. We played pretty early, so our day's done now, and there was so many people in the crowd. It was just amazing. It's great.
Fresh from the stage.
Yes.
How was that for you?
Amazing. I really didn't know what to expect, and I walked out and we were like, all right. The people are here.
Yeah,
I guess it's a party, yeah.
I mean, it feels like that vibe all day, doesn't it? Everyone's kind of been saying it because it's this lineup, and everyone's just been so excited for so long. And
yeah.
Obviously, yesterday was disappointing. I feel like it's even made people even more excited.
Yeah, people were really fired up today.
Yeah, man, that's really, really nice and really, really exciting.
I feel like this might be the most, bands and people, crew, and everything that we're friends with of any festival we've ever played. I mean, even like Warped Tour isn't quite this many artists,
scale, sure,
and so it's insane. So many good people, so many good artists, and as you said, yesterday was kind of a bummer, but I feel like everyone tried to make the most of it, and it was.
We're here now.
Yeah, we're here now.
I know. I just got here.
Right.
So
okay,
I walked
fresh on it.
Oh man, parking and everything was a nightmare.
Of
So
course.
I just got here and I was walking in and was like, I'm never going to get depressed if I talk to everybody because it was like, oh hey man, I haven't seen Steven from Amberlin. I'm like, I haven't seen this guy in years. Like, it's just amazing to catch up with old friends, and I'm sure, once most of the bands have played and everyone's like the anxiety's gone from that part of it, it's going to be a huge party tonight.
Oh God, yeah.
Old friends, and we're in Las Vegas, so come on.
I think we all need it.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good night.
I'm still, when they talk about like being high on life,
You're glowing right
I feel like I'm like maybe levitating right now. Like I am.
Look at you.
I'm up here, and I can't come down, and
It's not gonna come down.
I won't even sleep tonight. Probably. It's been a wild day.
Because we have a show tomorrow.
Oh, okay. You need to sleep tonight.
I should probably
you
sleep
need
tonight.
to get a little bit of sleep tonight. But no, I mean, I can see the crowd reaction looked absolutely outrageous. I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? It feels like, sounds obvious to say, but it really does feel like a proper event, doesn't it? Like everyone's been waiting for it, and it's a moment. Everyone's like extra hyped, I feel like, today.
Yeah, people have been talking about it for a year since it was coming out. It's kind of crazy. When it first popped up, everyone was like, "Is this even a real thing?" There's so many bands. Like, it's happening.
Oh, it's real. Oh, it's happening, and we're here. Well, you guys are so excited you're coming back next year. I mean, I like that already. Just straight.
I can't believe it. Can't believe they invited us for 2 years.
I will say a huge, massive apology and thanks to people that flew all over the world for yesterday's show that got canceled because of the wind. We were absolutely gutted.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been yesterday and today. But we're learning.
Shout out to those people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we feel for you.
We definitely see you. We saw them in the hotels all over the strip.
Yeah, it's tough.
From all over the world, from like Australia to Mexico to Ecuador to Texas, like and meeting all those people were awesome. But I think if today shows us anything, that this is not it's not a joke. This is a real deal.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like
You heard it here, folks. Real deal. Holyfield.
Yeah, just happy to be a part of it.
Yeah,
and next year,
absolutely.
like you said, next year we're
extra excited.
Let's get better, baby.